The Street Profits and the New Day sign new multi-year WWE contracts. SmackDown Tag Team Champion Kofi Kingston revealed on the New Day's Feel the Power podcast that he recently inked a new 5-year contract with WWE. Kofi isn't the only one to sign a new WWE contract, as Big E and Xavier Woods also signed new 5-year deals at the same time. It was reported on WWE Backstage that all 3 members of the New Day negotiated their deals for the same pay and the same terms as a way to show solidarity. Big E is currently holding the Blue Brand titles with Kofi. They retained their titles over the Revival in a ladder match at WWE TLC on Sunday. Woods is out of action with an Achilles tear and could end up missing WrestleMania 36 in 2020, but that hasn't been confirmed as it's still early. On a related note, it reported on tonight's show that Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford have also inked new multi-year deals with WWE. The length of the new contracts for the Street Profits was not confirmed, but WWE has been signing talents to 5-year deals as of late. Ford and Dawkins are currently working the Raw brand tag team division. Becky Lynch to defend Raw Women's title in a triple threat steel cage match. As per the official Twitter handle of Madison Square Garden, the WWE Raw Women's title is going to be defended at the December 26 WWE live event at MSG. Becky Lynch will take on Charlotte Flair and Asuka in a triple threat steel cage match. Tension has been brewing between Becky Lynch and Asuka over the past few weeks. At TLC 2019, the main event saw Lynch and Charlotte challenging Asuka and Kairi Sane in a tables, ladders, and chairs match for the Women's Tag Team Championships. The brutal contest ended with the Kabuki Warriors retaining their titles. At the Raw Christmas special taping last night, Becky Lynch and Asuka teased a match for the Raw Women's title, but the time and place wasn't mentioned by either of the two. Many are speculating that Lynch will defend the title against Asuka at the upcoming Royal Rumble PPV, in a rematch from their classic at last year's show. If we are indeed heading towards this bout, the MSG steel cage match could certainly play a major role in advancing this angle. WWE could be sending more main roster stars back to NXT. Finn Balor was the first major main roster WWE star to make a permanent move back to NXT, and even more names from Raw and SmackDown could follow suit. When speaking on the first episode of Corey Graves after the Bell podcast last month, Triple H said that Balor won't be the last performer to head back to the yellow brand. Balor has benefited from his move back to NXT in a few major ways. 1. He's gotten away from the awful booking that has plagued him for much of his career on Raw and SmackDown. 2. He got a much-needed heel turn that has been long overdue. 3. He's getting paid the same amount in NXT that he would on Raw or SmackDown, about 4 times as much as the typical NXT star, for a much more favorable schedule. Based on Triple H's recent comments about future plans for NXT's roster, it certainly seems feasible that the list of stars who went from NXT to the main roster back to NXT will grow exponentially, a strategy that is a double-edged sword for WWE. On one hand, NXT's viewership on USA Network has been disappointing at times, so it's a logical move for WWE to send some Raw or SmackDown stars to NXT, who are more well-known in the mainstream, to give the yellow brand more exposure, which is something that it clearly and desperately needs.